The 8th of September, Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos.
Okay.
Okay, with the bottom paragraph of page 2. Very good. Okay. Go ahead, man. Continue on.
וכן מצינו מפורש בתורה בעניין התשובה. Okay, and so we find an explanation in the Torah, excuse me, the concept of teshuva. O az yikana levavam arel. Is that no, it's not your heart. Their heart has a covering.
Well, there we see, right? This is a certain concept which the Torah introduces to us, that there is such a thing as a, just like by the bris of Mila, there's a orla covering the bris. There's a covering there. So also in terms of a person's heart, there's also a similar. It may not be so apparent in physical terms, but certainly there in physical terms, uh, correlating to the spiritual aspects of the person's mind and of his heart, his thoughts, and those things which, because of various different um, uh, reasons, could be physical reasons, could be spiritual reasons, but there is a wide gap many times between what the person's knowledge is and what his thoughts occupy him with. So,
Hmm.
he may know that there's a din v'cheshbon. He knows he has to give a judgment to Hashem about everything he did in his life, and he'll have to stand there before Kadosh Baruch Hu and explain all the things he did with his life. Nevertheless, that doesn't sift down into the realm of action. So therefore, there's that orla, there's that barrier between himself and Kadosh Baruch Hu, and his obligations to fulfill is the Ratzon of Kadosh Baruch Hu. That lack of uh, equivalence between what he knows in terms of what he knows he has to do to serve Hashem and what he actually does to serve Hashem. Right? That's the Orla Halev, the barrier that is on the person's heart, on the person's mind, between what he knows and what he actually does. So that has to be removed, meaning everything you know, right, you should do without any questions, without any qualms. You know this is such and such a thing you want, that you know Hashem, you want that you should fulfill that thing, then you should go ahead and do it.
Huh. Okay. Bo lamed sheikar tshuva hakana yamar bi'avi achav. This Malachim Aleph. Her re'it ki nichna achav mipnei uketiv bo. Oh, that's different. Okay.
So, yeah, let's continue on. Ikar tshuva hachna. So you learn from here that the ikar tshuva is hachna, the person's attitude, right? The the attitude that a person realizes he's done something wrong, right? And he regrets what he's done, and he realizes the damage what's been done because of what's been done wrong. That and what is the main damage that a sin does? It separates a person from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, right? That sin has the power to separate the person from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, and that's the greatest damage that we can have. And it'll separate a person not only in this world, but it'll separate a person from Hashem in the next world as well, which will be eternal, it'll be forever and ever. That's why tshuva is so important, that a tshuva can erase that damage to a certain extent and reinstate the relationship between the person and the Kadosh Baruch Hu. We can renew that relationship, which has been disturbed and corrupted and changed because of the sin. Every sin, as we say, interrupts and changes the person's relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So by having done tshuva, that can reinstate the relationship that a person desires to have with Hashem in new ways. Sometimes it can even become stronger than what it was. That's something we can talk about another time. That tshuva sometimes can actually have a more than positive influence on a person, can even have a direct influence in having the person reach higher levels of serving Hashem and a closeness to Hashem that he had previously, even before he sinned. That's a whole other discussion. Okay. Maybe we'll hold it here. We're not going to finish this paragraph for sure. So let's hold it here. Let me mark it so we know at the last paragraph here in page 2. And we'll take a little break and continue on with Mr. Bruce here shortly, Mr. Hashem.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shkoyach Meir.
Yeah, thank you.